Ever wondered what makes TV so powerful in Jamaica? Time to find out. Welcome to Global TV Group 358, where television meets innovation. We're not just about shows, we're about shaping society. In Jamaica, TV keeps you informed, connects diverse voices, and supports democracy. Imagine a Jamaica where broadcasters unite, sharing data and collaborating globally. That's us, a unified voice in the TV industry. Did you know TV advertising is still king? It drives website traffic, boosts brand equity, and powers integrated campaigns. Even in an age of digital, TV stands strong, resilient in tough times. Our global TV deck is your treasure trove of insights and data. With charts, graphs, and success stories, it's your guide to impactful TV advertising. Curious to learn more? Visit our website and see how Global TV Group 358 keeps television at the heart of entertainment in Jamaica. Get ready to binge watch the future.
We will pray this morning from Psalms 3. Lord, how are they increased that trouble me? Many are they which rise up against me. Many there be which say of my soul, there is no help for him in God. Selah. But thou, O Lord, art a shield for me, my glory and the lifter up of my head. I cried unto the Lord with my voice, and he heard me out of his holy hills. Selah. I laid me down to sleep. I awoke, for the Lord sustained me. I will not be afraid of 10,000 of people that have set themselves against me round about. Arise, O Lord, save me, O my God, for thou hast smitten all thine enemies upon the cheekbone. Thou hast broken the teeth of the ungodly. Salvation belongeth unto the Lord. Thy blessings is up on thy people. To my community of parity and all my family members, platform moderators, membership holders, viewers, subscribers, commenters, and trolls, Jamaicans at home and in the diaspora. Good morning, world, and welcome to Global TV. Thank you for joining us this morning. It's the start all over again. The show we prepared for you last night is what we will bring you this morning as we change our schedule last night to tap into the State of the Nation Town Hall in Black River, St. Elizabeth. I'm not quite sure what to make of the meeting last night. I understand the people's plight, but I don't know if some of the people who spoke understood the agenda of the meeting. One of the things I did say before is if it comes across as a PNP thing, it will be rather more preaching to the choir than actually getting everybody together, Liberate and PNP, to discuss the failures of the current government, the sitting member of parliament, and such alike and such a forth. I don't know if some of the PNP that was in the crowd last night understood the agenda of what was meant to happen. And to Cartoon, I mean, the baby were born yesterday before you pick up the mic last night, knew you were a go-go. I think that's widely publicized. And everywhere you figure go advertise your old hard front. Sometimes you can leave your front behind you. Sometimes you can put down your front yard and engage with the current issue than everything. Me front. Everybody have a front. Everybody have a front, Cartoon. It's not just a front thing. Anyway, never mind. We ask the question. The Prime Minister answers. But there are literal shit and there are bullshit. And you will help me to decide this morning which of the shit the Prime Minister is spouting out, the literal shit or the bullshit. And we'll go back to the community of Tirewood this morning in Troy, Trelawney, and some of the latest developments. Good morning, everybody. Welcome, like, and share the live for us, please. David Jarvis TV, good morning. Byron Leslie, good morning and welcome. Gloria Morris, good morning. Maureen Bailey, good morning. Karine, good morning. Suzette, Good morning, Zenet. Good morning, Audrey. Good morning, good morning. Who else is here? Lynette Jenkins, good morning. Violet Watson, Abinasa Cody. Good morning, Monica Taylor. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Is that Ned Ball? Good morning. Marcia Thomas, Raymond G. Good morning, good morning. Mr. Upton, good morning. Good morning, Colin. Good morning and welcome. I think the people did not understood the agenda for last night's meeting, and rather more than talk about what the effects of the aftermath of Melissa that still hangs over the community, it was more of a political campaigning. Have the members of parliament been given enough to go back to parliament and lobby about? Because why this meeting was important is because Zuleika Jess is being ignored by the government when it comes to what's going on in her constituency in the aftermath of Hurricane Melissa. The other MP, the other Labour MPs, Floyd Green and the one who replaced J.C. Hutchison and others, they seems as if they have no care for the people. They are not lobbying for their constituents, especially Floyd Green, who he had a battered constituency, whole community, township knocked to the ground, and not a word from the MP. The purpose of this meeting was to air your concerns. So when the PNP goes back to Parliament, they can lobby on your behalf. Mark Golden, as the opposition leader, can write to the government. They can raise these concerns for you that your MPs out there aren't speaking about. And I'm not quite certain how much of that was captured in last night's session. And to the man who asked Mark Golden about the leadership issue, it wasn't a press conference. It was a town hall. There was absolutely no need for that question. The purpose of them being there is to get your concern, your plights, so they can take it back to Parliament and raise those concerns on your behalf. I think the people of Southwest St. Elizabeth, or the people of St. Elizabeth rather, have lost an opportunity to send their concern. I mean, few people raise good enough concern that they can go back to Parliament with. But I think a lot of the people missed an opportunity. It's not a PNP thing. And that was one of the things that I feared. It turned out into a PNP fiasco. We must learn to compartmentalize things, my people. People of St. Elizabeth, we must learn to compartmentalize things. Put the politics aside. This is a national crisis that we've been in for the last 10 months. We've been in a national crisis for the last 10 months. And I'm not quite certain that your views are being heard or captured in what happened yesterday. Alrighty? Oh no, do globalist. Oh no, do. Well, I don't know yet. My sisters haven't made the decision yet. But we might have to go to Birmingham today or tomorrow or Saturday because things kind of have turned for the worse with my uncle. But my sisters haven't decided yet, as this has kind of come upon us emergency. So I don't know yet, but things has kind of turned for the worse. There will be clips of your Prime Minister this morning, my people of Jamaica. So prepare, prepare for tap on your big toe. Prepare for bite your big finger, Vera Thomas morning. Because I can't paraphrase him for you. You'll have to listen to him yourself. I'm not in the business of paraphrasing your PM. You will have to listen to your PM yourself. But shan't we go back to Troy before we get to your PM? I think we should go back to Troy first. Now, as I said to you yesterday, in a real world, in the norm, in the ordinary, there is a human rights issue in what happened when it concerns the father and the son. Not defending them, let me reiterate, I do not, on the ordinary as gold, support Jungle Justice, Opal Watson, Jamrock Onodo. In the ordinary, I do not support Jungle Justice. I would prefer the law to take its course. It is the reason also why I do not support extrajudicial killing. Yes, the community said, the father of Shani said he admitted that he carried out the offense. But in a case like this, he's a well-known predator in the community. If it wasn't that he owned up to it, could it have been that because he is known for such, the community just then decides that it's him and took their action? We can have instances like this, and those are the reason why I hasten, or I wouldn't hasten to support Jungle Justice, because just like the legal system, sometimes we, the general public, can get it wrong, could misidentify or misconstrue who is responsible, not because he's a prolific pedophile or a predatory pedophile, means that he have to be the one that commits the offense. I'm just speaking how legal reasons would go in some instance like these. So in a normal world, one could argue that there is a human rights issue where the police, in my humble opinion, facilitated and supports the jungle justice, Elaine Turner. The jungle justice that we saw in Trelawney. Not that I disagree with the jungle justice in this instant, but it also could be a case of missing identity. Whereas the police was on scene within good time with their rifle while he was in the house, and we can identifiably see that the police pushed him out of the house and closed the door so the people could have their way with him. There is a human rights issue in that. That one could argue it is a slippery slope, Leon McIntyre. One could argue that is a slippery slope because it doesn't have to be the right person. That is where it becomes tricky. He is the known rapist and pedophile in the area. It doesn't have to be him, though. I'm not defending him. I'm not saying it's not him. The father had said he admitted, the father of the little girl had said he admitted what he'd done to his cousin because they're all family. It is a slippery slope, very, very slippery slope. And I am jittery as to the police action in what happened in Troy. It's one thing when the police, when the community takes the law into their own hands. Quite different when the police officer who is meant to serve and protect, facilitates, aid and abet, becomes an accessory to the crime. That is where I'm having a little bit of problem. Yeah, when the police push him out and shut the door, somebody say, "Ah." If it's really him, as they said he admitted that is him, I think he met his right fate. But for the police to be involved, Jamaica, that is where I become uncomfortable. That is where I become uncomfortable. When a member of the security service facilitates, aid and abet, becomes accessory to jungle justice, I do have a problem. Let the community do that. Let the community take the matter into their own hand. But when law enforcement is involved, has joined in, it's a very, very slippery slope. Now, the murder and the rape and murder of this 10-year-old has renewed the call for the release of the sex offenders register. The entire community were fully aware of his predatory nature. I am being told that I think last month or when he tried to rape a woman. The woman reported it to the police. The police them say him only attempt but him never rape it. That's what I've been told. She went to the father and told the father of what her son tried to do to her, Marcia Biro. The father said, what I've been told, the father said, if him say good meat, what you expect him to do? Words I'm getting from people on the ground is that the father supports him and his other criminal brother in all their shenanigans. It is said that he drew machete to defend his rapist and murderer son, led to him being seriously injured as well. It is said that he told the police he had to pretend dead to ward off some of the attacks from himself, Barbara Simpson. But let's go back to the father and the community on what took place. A very, very sad and depressing situation. But I don't want anyone to leave here thinking I'm defending a murder or a pedophile. I'm not blaming the community for anything other than the community should have been more violent with children, given his track record. I must say last year when he come out after him rape a little boy, I wonder why they did not kill him at that time. But I don't want anyone to go away and say that Global TV is supporting child rapists and child murderer. My problem is not with the community or the actions of the community. My problem is with law enforcement. My problem is with law enforcement. I would rather them not been there at all. Then I wouldn't have any problem. But when they are there, when they facilitate, when they become an accessory to, when they aid and abet, then I have a problem.
Last night, child yesterday evening, her name is Shani. Most people call her Keja in the neighborhood. And she currently was attended to Tri Primary School, you know, and from there on, she's on summer break, so she's home. Unfortunately, her grandmother sent her to the shop and she did not make it back home. Someone stopped her on the street and disturbed her somehow until they slashed her throat. You know, we found her in the night, you know. Yeah, but she was a loving and caring young community growing up. Everybody knows her. She knows everyone, you know, by full name. She can see you, call you by your first name and last name. That's how curious she is. And, you know, she have a sense of humor. She go to school. She learns well. She get a lot of stuff, you know, her education background, academic awards, stuff like that. She do what she has to do because she just decides that she want to make something out of herself once she grow up, because we try to drive that into her head. But things just had happened overnight because of this pervert, you know, who always going back and forth to prison for actually the same thing. But this time, he take the strike out on my daughter.
This is where the system, the justice system has failed this young girl. The justice system has failed the community. the justice system has failed the family. Because people like this shouldn't be out on street.
And it was very, very weird this time because he slashed her throat. I never seen anything like this for such a baby. You know, it's an act of what never should happen into this neighborhood.
To me see it, she come from an educated background, you understand? Your father have education like that and your mother, see how your mother not done, you understand? So
I'm being told the family and the community overall have tolerated the slackness of this young man and his family for too long to now see what it has turned out to be. I'm being told that the family and the community has tolerated him for too long. And these are words from on the ground.
from grade 1, she always do her best. From 1, come up, she do. Always try to come first. She always try to, you know, a teacher appreciate her. Whether we look at stamp in her book, or then get one look sweetie, or, you know, a teacher them always try to elevate her, make sure that she knows that she do good. Right now, KJ are the top primary student. I know right now if try school that keep try I feel lock today because of what happened to Shania. Shania call to you. If Shania go, Shania call to you. And when Shania come back, Shania call to you. We call her Keja because she our nickname. We don't bother call her Shania. Shania her full name. You understand? Keja always do good. See then? She get since week before last week, she do her something. See then? She get her result. She get a certificate for show her brilliance. You understand? Because she put out. When you look at Shana, you see next doctor, lawyer, and then just take it, brother, take her life. They just cut her off. She don't do nothing. She don't do nothing to the youth to kill her. Her cousin, youth related to her. You understand? Like right now, when I tell you the truth, we're devastated. Right now, we don't know we head from we foot, the whole over there. Right now, from last night we don't sleep. Everybody gone 2 o'clock. No, we don't sleep. We can't sleep. We can't sleep, you know, because this traumatizing. Maybe occasionally they can take him out of poverty and they cut him life short. Kill him. And the boy rape her, you know, save her. Cut her throat. The was never stay till we run. Tell you, cut her throat. So I'm looking for my niece going to her body bank. I tell you, if you need a rape her, left her, at least we have her go and go through. Carry her to her therapy or whatever, but take her. Take her. I tell you. Well, I tell you.
Let me go and see anything.
As a people, it is time for us to rise and unified and call for the publication of the sex offenders register. We cannot
This
have
evening,
these
there's
people in our community, even though he was known in his community, but he could have been shipped to another community. Errol, how you do? And create the risk that he is to children. Why would a judge grant a person of such bail? Why has he been allowed to get off so much of the same thing? Because one of the relatives is now saying, the father of the child is now saying that he'd been in and out of prison for the same thing. I've been getting that information from on the ground from yesterday that he's been in and out of prison for the same thing. This start from he was a young man because it is said he went to juvenile center as well for the same thing. Jamaica people, we must unite around this issue. We cannot, because we live in a society where, based on Delroy Chuck, based on Andrew Holness, what they have prioritized is the human rights of rapists, predators, and murderers, child killers, above the human rights of a child and the safety of a community. This is wrong. Remember that other incident in Spanish Town as well, where he raped and murdered the child? That one was said to be a known predator as well, I believe, at the time. We cannot continue like this, Jamaica. We have to stand up for something. If we cannot protect our children, God help our future. If we cannot protect our children, God help our future. Because the murder of last year, the rape and murder of last year, the rape and murder in Trelawney over the last 2 days were done by known sexual predators. How much more unknown predators that are roaming left, right, and center in our country, that the people and the communities need to be aware of to protect their children.
And this evening, there's a question that's not strange in Jamaica. That is, why is the sex offenders registry not public? Ramada Lyons reports.
Another case, another tragedy, another family left to plan a funeral. And again, in reaction, another debate about making the sex offenders registry public. It's been a debate Jamaica has heard for years. 2022, expose sex offenders, protect our children. 2023, advocate blasts secrecy of sex offenders registry. 2024, is Jamaica prepared for its sex offenders registry to be made public? 2025, MP pledges to lobby for greater access. Still, nothing. In June 2024, Eve for Life raised concerns about the existing registry.
It has a number of challenging things, though. It outlines, for example, when the registry was established, which would have been in Jamaica, we're looking at 2014. It tells us what governs it, the Sexual Offences Act, and it also tells us things that offend on the registry are monitored for at least 10 years before they're eligible for termination or registration. And it tells us...
But it doesn't tell you that Neville Bell is a sex offender.
No, it doesn't.
And in May 2025, a 9-year-old was raped and killed in Job Lane, St. Catherine. This was Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness.
We have recently reformed the Bail Act, and we do have in place a sex offenders registry. But I think this incident requires that we take a second look on how we make this sex offenders registry available to the public so that the public can be armed with information to protect themselves. Yes, there are constitutional issues that we have to balance, but where we are in the society, I've said it before and I'll say it again, that our laws need to favor the protection of life and the protection of the victim rather than trying to protect the criminals.
Over a year later, another heartbreaking story. And sadly, the only thing that changed was the age of the child. from 9 to 10. The Child Protection and Family Services Agency, CPFSA, has condemned the gruesome murder.
There are simply no words that can lessen the pain of this tragedy. This 10-year-old child should have been given the opportunity to fulfill her dreams. Her parents should have been given the chance to see her graduate from primary school, from university, to see her walk down the aisle. Instead, she was made to become a statistic, another victim of unspeakable violence. We cannot continue to accept these horrific acts as a normal part of our society. Every time a child is abused or murdered, we fail in our collective duty to protect those who depend on us most.
Romarda Lyons, TVJ.
Nothing has been changed. Nothing is being put in place to protect our children. When it comes to human rights, there are balancing acts when it comes to some of the rights, the qualified rights. There are balancing acts. Now, a person who rapes a child, you cannot put their human rights above the safety of another child who may be at risk of being raped or being killed. I don't know if the Jamaican system understands balancing of rights when it comes to issues like these. But it cannot be that rights of the predatory pedophile or the rights of the child murderer trumps over the rights of an entire community, over the rights of children within the community and in our country. This is a very unbalanced thing, how the Jamaica government operated. What we are saying to the rapists, the pedophiles, and the murderers, your rights is more important. It is more important that we protect you as opposed to protecting the innocent, the vulnerable. This is a big problem, Jamaica. This is a huge problem, and government is facilitating that problem. Government refusal to publish the sex offenders registry. The justice system who put these people on bail to come back into the community and kill children. All of these people have questions to answer. All of these people are culpable in the murder of this young girl and others. Because the same thing was with the Spanish Town incident. He was known for his behavior. Same thing with this one. He's known for his behavior. Veteran Wagwan. But the government thinks that his rights matters more than our innocent children. And it is the reason why I don't have problem with the jungle justice that he received from the community. If I him do it, the only problem I have is with the police action. Because if the state cannot protect our children, then the community have to send an example that this will be your fate if you touch one of our children. The message sent by the community of Troy was a necessary one, where a government refuses, where a state refuses to protect our children. Then the necessary message was sent in Tirewood, Troy, yesterday or the day last evening. As I said, my only problem is the police facilitation. Who is it, one might ask, that the government is protecting in relation to the sex offenders registry rather? Why them refuse year in, year out, keep promising and nothing happens? Who are they protecting? Who are they protecting is the question that we ought to ask. But we should raise our voices on this issue. We ought to raise our voices on this particular issue. It shouldn't be that those who seek to cause us harm are protected, and when our children and our whole community is being left vulnerable. Now we'll move to Prime Minister. On the World Cup issue, is the Prime Minister speaking literal shit or bullshit? Because the Prime Minister thinks he's answering the concern of the Jamaican people as to the question asked as to who sponsored his World Cup shenanigan. The Prime Minister answers, but for me, it creates more questions as usual. As I tell JLP, shut your bloody mouth, shut your mouth, because when on talk, the question bell them in my ears. When I like and share the live globalists, I know I'm if to start, I bet if me did cartoon, walk and advertise front. I bet if me did Rosalie, I bet if me did blam them, that crowd up for the mix up. I love mix up, so. And when you hear good things, run out and say, boring, yeah, can't take him boring. What's wrong with being bored? What is wrong with being bored? Sometimes we don't need to get involved with boredom. Maybe it will trigger the questions or the right thinking that we ought to have. This is why we politicians them can talk to it the way how they talk to it. Especially Andrew Holness, because they know we like mix up and grain. If I did over nasty Gina with the loud noise, me know that crowd up, can't I just love the slackness and the carelessness. Something which I don't always have time for, mind you. Run one list, thank you very much. Something which I don't always have time for. I'm not careless like that. Karen Wagwan. But let us listen to the Prime Minister, because the Prime Minister thinks he answers the question as to who sent him the World Cup. But for me, the Prime Minister gave me more to chew on. Let's listen to Andrew Holness.
I was in the United States to watch a major event. Yeah, let me put everybody at ease. I went there on my own dime.
The Prime Minister said, I went there on my own dime. Andrea Joan Hamilton Wilson. I went there, said the Prime Minister, on my own dime, meaning I paid for it all. Continue.
Government didn't pay for me to go. I paid for myself.
The government didn't pay for him. He paid for himself, said the Prime Minister. Continue.
But luckily, I was also the guest.
But, B-U-T, the Prime Minister said he was also the guest of FIFA. Continue.
Of FIFA. So I was invited to attend. And for good reason. You may know that Jamaica is part of a bid to host the Women's World Cup in 2031. Again, I was...
Here is the dichotomy, Prime Minister. You went on your own and you're an invited guest. Which one is true and which isn't? Because if it is, Prime Minister, that FIFA invites you based on the fact that Jamaica is bidding to co-host the Women's World Cup in 2031, then that's also, Prime Minister, in an official capacity, is it not? Because that would be to do with the Jamaica bid. That's not your business, Prime Minister. That is the nation's business, you idiot. That is the nation's business. So which one of the fuckery is true? That you went on your own and you pay for it? Or FIFA invited you, which would be in an official capacity? Because it's to do with make a bid to host the World Cup. Don't know what that is all about. Don't know why you love eggs up yourself. So, bros, oh, you know. Don't know why you love rub up yourself and all that jazz. But talk, Andrew Holness, because one of the fuckery don't true. The two of them cannot be true. Andrew Holness. Two different pile of shit cannot be the same pile of shit, Prime Minister. I went on my own dime. I paid for my own dime. But FIFA also invited me. FIFA cannot invite Andrew Holness. FIFA had to invite Prime Minister of Jamaica, Andrew Holness. Jamaica, who Andrew Holness said is bidding to co-host FIFA Women's World Cup in 2031. Which is it, Andrew Holness? Which of the fuckery is reality and which is fake? Or which is literal shit and which is bullshit? But the two cannot be true working together. Does he realize when he blunders? Does the Prime Minister realizes when he blunders? Because if FIFA is inviting you, Andrew Holness, FIFA would have invited you in the capacity of the Prime Minister of Jamaica, the country which is bidding to co-host the Women's 2031 World Cup. That cannot be in the big boy Andrew Holness's capacity. John Crow. Ladybug, how you doing? That cannot be Leroy Henry in your personal capacity. So, me not understand. I went on my own, but I was also an invited guest of FIFA. Which comes first? Was it that you planned to go, then FIFA invited you? Or FIFA invited you and then you planned to go? Do you realize the fuckery what you just said, asshole? Beg your pardon. But he's really an asshole when he turn up in a crowd and talk them fuckery then. And then people have a way of applauding him when he speaks. The bullshit. Which is it, Andrew Holness? This is what you need to come back, come clarify to the Jamaica people. Which come first, Andrew Holness? The egg, the chicken, or the white shit? The egg or the chicken? I was an invited guest of FIFA, and I went on my own. Do you not understand the contradiction? The people who are listening to you in the audience, do they not heard a contradiction? Or is it just my bad hearing? Globalists. Is it my bad hearing? Because something go wrong in my hearing, yes, so vitality and motion, morning. I went on my own, said the Prime Minister. I paid my way, said the Prime Minister. Natty, morning. I went on my own. I paid my way. But I was also an invited guest of FIFA. Invited in the capacity of the Prime Minister of Jamaica. The country bidding to co-host the 2031 Women's World Cup. Did you hear yourself? Globalists, are you going to support the program by hitting the like button for us, please? Will you all? Taliban Wagwan. Andrew Holness never listen when he say. And Andrew Holness thing to say, he might go just talk it and it fly over we head because to say nobody now go hear him. It go just fly over we head just so. Because once in talk is MPF own, then the argument done, it dry up, not if you hear, not if you say. Andrew Holness, a dunce you dunce, fool you fool, lie you lie, or you think we are fool. Because someone of them have to be, someone of the something have to go on. But what you said, Prime Minister, was utter nonsense. Because you are saying to us that I went to the World Cup in two capacities. I went on my own. And then I was also an invited guest of FIFA because we as a country are bidding to host the World Cup. Which come first, the egg or the chicken? The egg or the chicken, which one come first?
I was in the United States to watch a major event. Let me put everybody at ease. I went there on my own dime. The government didn't pay for me to go. I paid for myself. But luckily, I was...
You kind of stuttered it so as well. So the government never paid. Can you prove to us, Prime Minister? Can you prove to us with documentation that you went on your own expense? You went on your own expense. You didn't travel with a delegation. You didn't travel with your personal protection. Just so. Just so.
Also the guest of FIFA.
So I was invited to attend. And for good reason. You may know that Jamaica is part of a bid to host the
Debbie, thank
Women's
you.
World Cup in 2031. Again, I want us as Jamaicans to stop thinking small-minded and think big, right? Yes, we can be a co-host, but in order to do that, we need infrastructure, and that infrastructure will include the rehabilitation and redevelopment of our national stadium.
Out of which money? Because when it comes to doing poor people justice, we hear say we don't have no money. Out of which money? MPM. Out of which money? Continue.
Complex. Minister Grange would have given an update on that in a recent sectoral debate in Parliament. We are hopeful that work will start next year, 2027, and that we could be finished by 2029, 2030, but at least be finished in time to be an effective host. If the bid is accepted, it is only a bid at this moment, but at least we must show the ambition to host. And if Kingston is going to be, well, more than likely will be the host city, we need to have more things than just the stadium. Thousands of people will be coming. We need to be able to show them a good front yard.
A good front yard with the only part of the dirty jars them under the bed. The dirty clothes them will line the house. The greng them round a back door when you sweep up. The shit in the chimney round a back, Prime Minister, as long as the front yard look good. Make the shit stand in a pail or in a chimney round a back. Make the dirty jars them stick up in the bed corner. Because the front yard look good. And that them a look pan. Them now go see the rest of muck and mess. Jankro. Them now go see the mess and the muck. We're under the bed and round a house back. As long as we fix front yard, show them. But out of what money do Andrew? Andrew, out of what money? I can't the money. I can't the Hurricane Melissa money. Because from like Melissa coming like a glory for you. Can you just walk and take up all sort on your head top, so you do this and you do that? Pan the people expense was still laid down under tarpaulin, was still laid down on cardboard. We will get to a video from the PAC meeting in a bit. Continue.
Yes. And it's not just.
Yeah, the people in cheer Andrew with the front yard sweep up and round the back, I be a shit, dead cow, dead dog, dirty jar, and everything thrown down round the back.
The Women's World Cup, there are other major international conferences which are coming to Jamaica. By the way, just as an aside, but important, one of the reasons why Jamaica is getting so much attention is that Jamaica is now being viewed as a safe nearshore destination.
That is Andrew Holness. You sold Jamaica for when it comes to the deportees. That's what you sold out Jamaica for. Marco Rubio and Trump promised you that we will lift Jamaica's national profile so your country look more attractable. Stop talking Africa, we know better. And this is what irritates me personally. When this moron, this half-baked moron, speak to people like me no sense. Speak to people like me and my audience like we never go to school. All of a sudden, so Jamaica just bops your uncle and things change because you have bowed down to the devil. Because you have drunk the wine of violence and eat the bread of sorrow, Andrew Holness, and you draw Jamaica into it with you. But this will not benefit Jamaica. This only benefit the slave economy. This is to improve Jamaica's standing for the slave economy. Who the fuck do you think you're talking to, you idiot? What Jamaica peaceful about? Who peaceful for? And who is it that you on the Global Peace Index, are you and the Tardy Americans under the travel advisor? Who do you think we're talk to? You're talking to people who come to Jamaica for 2 weeks just to shenanigan around. You're not talking to the Jamaica diaspora, certainly I know that. You're not talking to Jamaicans living at home. Because we not see it, we not hear it, and we not know about it. But the people of Jamaica allow you, the national dons, to talk to them in that way. And the stupid mother heifers in the audience applaud you, make you, the national idiot, think they attack something with sense.
The reduction in murders has a significant impact on how travel advisories are crafted. And when international entities are planning their itineraries and where to host their meetings, they do take into consideration what the travel advisories say, because the travel advisories inform the insurance requirements for mass movement of people, for meetings, seminars, and conferences. It's a dividend for the entire Jamaica in crime and violence is low. It has not escaped the world, though it appears it has escaped several Jamaicans by the way they talk, that our murder.
Junk from me at one for. I mean, I told one for junk from. Pamela Akola, how you do? Globalist, wanna send super chat, wanna send gifts to Debbie, run one list, and who else? I can't even see. Is interacting with the gifts. So if plain lane, if it is that you don't know how to hit the like button, there's a little gift basket next to the $sign. Go and interact with it. And if you don't want the super chat and Zelle, we can't go no to because I have to go to Birmingham this weekend because, as we did telling you earlier, things turned for the worse with my uncle. So we have to go run Gar Road. Anyway, who this junker is talking to? Richard Reed, how you do, Damien? Who is this junker talking to? Because we much word fire now, you know. Because everything we feel lap up with, isn't it, Prime Minister? We feel lap up your bullshit. And as you said, we feel run Gar Road with it and go on like say we done some backwards and back a wall like you. And all that we grow up on Cumberland Road, fool. Some of we grow in a rural Jamaica where decent, bright people come from. Them should have known say St. Elizabeth me come from St. Elizabeth full of bright people. Not because it's fly green so dunce. No mean say how much are we down there?
The rate was 50 per 100,000. Today, our murder rate, based upon 2025 figures, would be 25 per 100,000. Cut in half. And if we continue on the trajectory that we are, we could see a murder rate of 15 per 100,000 by the end.
What you should have dropped in at that juncture? How much people, how much innocent young man have you killed to achieve your kosher murder rate? Tell the audience, Andrew Holness, how many young men have you slaughtered? How many young men have you slaughtered in order to achieve your bullshit that you bend down to Donald Trump and Marco Rubio to achieve? Because of Ungo the slave economy, and Ungo minister of slavery, the man pan the lollipop stick, and Ungo minister of slavery are going to benefit out of this.
End of the year. That's our target. That's what we're pushing for. Mind you, El Salvador has cut their murder rate from 60 per 100,000. They're somewhere like 3 per 100,000. We are pushing as well, and we can get there. Now, if you pair peace with infrastructure, you are on a sure path for growth.
What infrastructure, Jankro? Roadway mash up car, roadway mash up business, hospital when I have bed now, wheelchair now, diagnostic, school when I have roof, Jankro. What infrastructure, water, what we not have in our country? Melissa lick down the lamppost them and put back street light pan them, so we left in a darkness for your criminal police them will wear fake rasta at night and bald head a day. Can you fit talk Andrew Holness? So only for the criminal them will plague Jamaica at night time. And the same police them were just up in a uniform at daytime. Still a practice the legal criminality in a uniform at daytime. Have you seen a walk and boast boat? Tell the world of the amount of young men you have murdered. Tell the world, Andrew Holness, of the many young men you murdered in order to achieve your so-called crime rate.
Granted, they are the pessimists. They are the people who don't believe, who see everything as, it will never happen. Thank God we have people who are positive thinkers, who believe in Jamaica, and who are happy to see the progress being made.
What progress? As Matthew Samuda would put it, with this existing careless government, matters has gone from bad to worse. Pansita Pickles asks, where is the progress? This arrogant and disrespectful government, says Pansita Pickles. And this is where we will now segue to Andrew Holness regularly tells us his government is a government that listens. Don't know what that means. Let's see. Let's listen to the Prime Minister, because we're segueing now to Wheatley. Wheatley must go. If it is that Andrew Holness government is a listening government, civil society groups, PSOJ, the churches, the opposition, those of us in broadcasting, even Cliff Hughes, whose head is so way up your posterior, you wouldn't be able to see the frog that he looks like, is calling for Wheatley's removal. Emily Shields, one of your all cronies, is calling for Wheatley removal. Yet this government tells us they are a listening and a caring government.
Jamaica is a democracy. And you have a government that listens. And if an error is made, the government is not infallible. We correct it.
A government that listens. When Wheatley was removed from the cabinet in 2018, and by the way, there's another investigative report has been sent to Parliament to be tabled. I wonder if we'll have it today or we will have it next Tuesday. When Wheatley resigned, Prime Minister, in 2018, it was for far less, Charmaine Flowers, far less than what Wheatley is accused of now. Far, far less. And you allow him to resign then. The situation is more serious now. And you told the nation that he has your support.
And the correction has been made. And so now I'm urging the country to move past that. And I'm urging all road users, all drivers, motorists, pedestrians, motorcycle riders, you now have a duty.
Let's go to another video. Him saying government is a listening one. And him say so no me. That they listens and they cares. What about what the people have been saying when it comes to Wheatley?
Fear-mongering that is being spread about the national identification system is unreasonable. We will listen, as we have always done, as a government that is sensitive, caring and understanding to any rational view.
We will listen, said Andrew Holness, as we have always done. Is it then that, then Prime Minister, that you're saying that our views in the call for Wheatley's resignation is not rational? Is it that what you're saying, that our views in the call for Wheatley's removal is not rational? If this guy would only listen to himself sometimes. Let's go to another video where Andrew Holness had tell away how him caring. Only one on the one power.
Jamaica to understand that you have an active government, a listening government,
an active government, a listening government. Have you not heard us on the Andrew Wheatley matter? Prime Minister, have you not heard us when it comes to the Andrew Wheatley, the call from all sectors of the Jamaican society for Andrew Wheatley's resignation? based on what Parliament upon break. So that means that the report now got table till September. If Parliament upon break, the report not gonna be tabled until September. When I got here zilch until September. Is it that you have not heard the calls from everybody? But at the end of July, Parliament would have to go upon session. Upon break, I don't know. You ignoring the calls. So who do you listen to? If this government is active and is a listening government, to whom may one ask that you claim say you listen to? Because it's not to civil society. It's not to media and broadcasting. It is not to the people. So who is it that Andrew Holness listened to? Maybe the dopey them were talking, but listen to Andrew Holness and Mark Golden. You're all familiar with this because this was the leaders. This is from the leaders' debate, where Andrew Holness is telling us he's the best person to fight corruption in our country. The corruption,
forensic
that plagues Andrew Holness regime for the last 10 years. The corruption that is a bother to Andrew Holness's cabinet from top down. Andrew Holness himself is under the great big spotlight of corruption. Listen to Andrew Holness.
With an expert forensic auditor. The findings of that report have suggested no corruption. There have been no charges. Every aspect of my report, every aspect of my personal life and my personal financial details are in the public domain. I am the politician about which Jamaica knows the most. And therefore, I am the politician who can stand with the greatest moral authority to treat with any matter that is considered corrupt, as I have done in the past. And
as you have done in the past, but what about the present Prime Minister? Because when Wheatley resigned in 2018, it wasn't as bad as what Wheatley is being referred to for charges for now. So how then you allowed him to resign then, but now you gave him your blessing? Shankabi Wagwan. No, you give Andrew Wheatley your blessing. No, not Shanka. Skankabi, isn't it? Wagwan, you all right? You're giving him your blessing now. So are you saying then, Prime Minister, that since 2018 to now, you have become more corrupt? Because 2018 up until 2021, when Floyd Green debacle, you were fighting, you were so-called, seem to be fighting against corruption. Could it be, Andrew Holness, that because you are being so entrenched in it by way of your uncertified statutory declaration and investigation for illicit enrichment, you thief, that you no longer have the oomph to fight against corruption? Just asking for a concerned country.
I want to give this assurance to the Jamaican people that you know me, you know about me, you can trust me, and you know that I stand against corruption.
I wouldn't throw you from the length of my hand to my foot. I wouldn't throw you so you can jump near my foot. Trust you, Andrew Holness. You, Andrew Holness, who take up the whole country and run off with it. You, Andrew Holness, who collect money on the backs of Hurricane Melissa victim while they are still sleeping on cardboard and tarpaulin, while they are sleeping in the squalor, or children have went back to school without a roof. And if I trust you, you would trust, I wouldn't trust you if I know I never go pay for you in the long run.
Mr. Golding has the opportunity to respond to that social media question as well.
Andrew, what they know about you is that you have 28 bank accounts, that you received several $1 million in cash deposits from anonymous donors in your bank account, that your companies had transactions of over $400 million, several thousand transactions between them, and that Positive Jamaica Foundation, a non-profit which you are intimately connected with, provided resources which you use for personal investments through your personal company. We have signed the Leadership Code of Conduct developed by Integrity Commission. All of our spokespersons and myself have signed. None of your people have signed it. I am committed to ensuring that all members of the executive, when we form government, will have their Integrity Commission declarations published, not just the leader of the opposition and what should happen, but hasn't happened in your case because you're not certified, the Prime Minister. So the whole question that has been asked is an excellent question. And we really need to step up our vigilance against corrupt behavior, nepotism, and cronyism. The volume of scandals under this Jamaica Labour Party government is unprecedented. Over the number of ministers who have had to be removed from frontline duty, many of them parked in the naughty corner in OPM rather than being sacked. It is a disgrace to the country, and your personal situation where you're operating under a deep cloud because your Integrity Commission declarations are not certified also is something which Jamaica cannot go forward with.
Yeah. Globalists, if anyone want to help me with my voyage to Birmingham over the weekend, I've pinned the Zelle and the PayPal if you want to assist. Andrew Holness and corruption. Let us go back to the FIFA video because we need clarity on this. Andrew Holness, your answer, your answer has left me confused. Your answer has not provided clarity to those of us who are asking.
I was in the United States to watch a major event. Yeah, let me put everybody at ease. I went.
Who pick up the expense of the Prime Minister going to the World Cup final? Now, what we know, the Prime Minister is a Messiite, is one of the goatee. The Prime Minister has a love and a favoritism for Messi. If you never know that, you know that now. Pamela, thank you. You know that now if you never know that. Is it that, as the Prime Minister explains to us, he went in a twin capacity, a double capacity? I went personally to watch my favorite footballer, Lionel Messi, played in the final. And I also, as the Prime Minister of Jamaica, an invited guest. You don't understand when you're lying on Andrew Holness. Or you thought we are so fool that we're going to lap up your life. I went as a guest an invited guest of FIFA, because as you know, Jamaica will be celebrating the world, is bidding rather to host the Women's World Cup in 2031. Those are two different things, Prime Minister. And it seems as if you attend both. Because it cannot be that you jumble up the two of them in a one. Because one in a personal capacity and one in an executive capacity, Prime Minister, please to clarify to the Jamaican people, we beg of you, please to clarify how the hell does that work? You're there representing Jamaica, invited as the Prime Minister, or are you saying you were invited as the boy from Cumberland Road? Which is it? Were you invited as the guy from Cumberland Road? Or were you invited as Prime Minister of Jamaica? Because if it is that because Jamaica bid to host the World Cup, you were invited based on that, it cannot be in an official, it cannot be in a personal capacity. They cannot invite the person, Andrew Holness. It would be the entity, the legal person who administers the entity, Jamaica, that they have invited. So please, we're begging you, me personally is begging you, come back and clarify. And while we're at it, Tufton, you should tell us your set of fuckery as well. Let's see if Tufton is going to speak egg or chicken like Andrew Holness. Andrew Holness, you need to come tell me which come first, the egg or the chicken. Because it cannot be the two of them running side by side to one another. It cannot be, Prime Minister, that the two of them go side by side. I went on my own. I paid my way. But, BUT, I was an invited guest of FIFA. For all we know, Prime Minister, when people are invited are foreign for official reasons, they pay your expenses and pay your hotel fee. Did FIFA assist in your accommodation? Can you say, this idiot, and then you have the foolish, stupid labor rights supporters that applaud the idiot when he speaks, not knowing that him a double talk himself, or him a talk east and west at the same time and thinking in the center. How you so fool? How you come tell we these two different things and expect us to see it as one? How? In a personal capacity and an official capacity, because FIFA cannot invite you in a personal capacity. Who are you? You animal. Who the frick do you think you are? We know your body hole broad and skin out like cartoon front. But you know, if you just use your body hole and go on, like I say, all of them white man you are foreign where you bend over for, the whole country you bend over with you. Stop it, Andrew Holness. We don't have a problem with you bending over for the white man then. Literally, I for one, literally has no problem. When your jaw in a hit, that's where I start have a problem, Prime Minister. You can bend down for Donald Trump. You can bend down for Marco Rubio. You can bend down for Andy Burnham, soon call you for a bend over as well. You can bend down for Prince Charles. Bend down for whoever you want to bend down for Andrew Holness. But please to leave we out of it. Leave the Jamaica people out of it. We're not cheap and nasty and dirty like you. Where everything you just sell, so. Or a give away, just so. Or a swap out, just so. You know, shame. And then you have the nerve to talk about independence. Jamaica people don't need to boycott this emancipation and independence fuckery, you know. We don't need to boycott these bullshit. Because we can go on like Andrew Holness an idiot and then we help Andrew Holness act as the fool. What are we celebrating? No, answer me. What are we celebrating? I stay with Andrew Holness from last year, March. When Marco Rubio come to Jamaica, he signed up to Marco Rubio. So, you know, so the 10,000 deportee where RJ did telling about, we will take them. And then Andrew and Chang come with one whole bunch of gully dons fuckery. When we, the people, are going to wake up and stop support the nonsense, are we not realizing the high-level nonsense where we are support? Come on, Jamaica people. When we are going to wake up and realize, say it's nonsense. Andrew Holness must come back and clarify this nonsense when tell we about I went on my own, I paid my way, but FIFA invited me as the Prime Minister of Jamaica regarding Jamaica bid to host the 2031 female game. Like, seriously? And you think both of those are the same thing? And both of those can walk side by side? Show us documentary proof that you paid your own way. Show us. I will already appear you for nothing at all. Plus for your thief.
I was in the United States to watch a major event. Yeah, let me put everybody at ease. I went there on my own dime. The government didn't pay for me to go. I paid for myself. But luckily, I was...
Are you sure about that? Are you sure that the government did not pay for you to get there? Because it don't sound so, Jankro. It don't sound so. I'm sure I know you want FIFA invite. And anybody else FIFA invite where FIFA pick up their expense, could you inform us, please? Because we know Andrew Holness a lie.
Was also the guest of FIFA. So I was invited to attend. And for good reason. You may know that Jamaica is part of a bid to host the Women's World Cup in 2031. Again, I want us as Jamaicans to stop thinking small-minded and think.
Holness say we're small-minded. At least we're not thief like you. At least we're not thief and corrupt like you. But were any of you aware that Jamaica was bidding to host the female World Cup in 2031? Were any of you aware of that? Because when I heard the bullshit was the first word to me. Maybe some of you have heard. It was the first word to me when I heard the moron. I'm making excuse So if anyone was aware that Jamaica was busy bidding to World Cup in 2031, can you let us know? Debbie say a first word to her. When me look content this morning and hear the bullshit, that force me hear something like this.
Big. Right? Yes, we can be a co-host. But in order to do that, we need infrastructure. And that infrastructure will include the rehabilitation and redevelopment of our national stadium complex. Minister Grange would have given an update on that in a recent sectoral debate in Parliament. We are hopeful that work will start next year.
Small-minded, you know. Small-minded. The Prime Minister look upon we and tell we say we are small-minded. We think on a minuscule level, said the Prime Minister.
27, and that we could be finished by 2029, 2030, but at least be finished in time to be an effective host. If the bid is accepted, it is only a bid at this moment, but at least we must show the ambition to host. And if Kingston is going to be, well, more than likely will be the host city, we need to have more things than just the stadium. Thousands of people will be coming. We need to be able to show them a good front yard. Yes. And it's not just the Women's World Cup. There are other major international conferences which are coming to Jamaica. By the way, just as an aside, but important, one of the reasons why Jamaica is getting so much attention is that Jamaica is now being viewed as a safe nearshore destination.
Yes, but it's been viewed. Is that a reality, though? One should ask. Somebody's view, Donald Trump's or Marco Rubio's view, is not the reality faced by Jamaicans. Or because to say, you scratch Donald Trump and Marco Rubio's back, and they must scratch your back. It is not the experience of Jamaicans. It literally isn't. This is another lie where you keep pushing from where they said Jamaica move up on this year index, Jamaica move up on the travel advisory. It's not our experience. We know the reason for it. I told the people, even before we move up on the travel advisory, that it was going to happen. Because this is what you sold us out for in relation to the deportee deal. Really doesn't come to the surprise, Prime Minister. It really doesn't come as a surprise, one would argue. It really doesn't. We know say you're a liar. We know you're wicked. We know you're a thief. We know you're a scammer. So nothing that you're saying, we don't believe you.
The reduction in murders.
Scarlett Esquire, right now more than believe Queenie when me see on internet a cry said Duppy sexually assault her in her sleep. Me would have more to believe the real Scarlett Esquire than the fake Scarlett Esquire. Andrew Holness, when Andrew Holness is going to speak to the people of Jamaica like we not dunce, like we not ghetto rats. Marcia Watson, thank you. No, not Watson, Dawson, sorry. So me I bad. When the Prime Minister I go stop cheat with like where I get around. Prime Minister and all I will come from Cumberland Road, you know. And all I will go to drag up through the system. Me know you grew up with some ram goat. Because for your bet and bet. And only people will grow up with ram goat behave so. And to be honest, the people of Jamaica are no fools. None whatsoever. We're quite a knowledgeable people. But every time you take to the mic, you insult we, you talk down to we, you make it sound like we never go school. You make it sound like the problem where you have a feel problem. You could have been honest with yourself and with the country. And then you never have to target with so every time. Don't put we down to make yourself feel or look good, Andrew Holness.
Has a significant impact on how travel advisories are crafted. And when international entities are planning their itineraries and where to host their meetings, they do take into consideration what the travel advisories say, because the travel advisories inform the insurance requirements for mass movement of people, for meetings, seminars, and conferences. So there is a dividend for the entire Jamaica when crime and violence is low.
Scarlett Esquire, I forgot say you and Gina Henkels come from the same camp. And on a labor right, and it's what labor right does. On put down people to make yourself have any relevance, because on lack confidence. On lack confidence so much that on have to put down people to make you feel like you are somebody. Scarlett and Gina, two nasty old cruff.
It has not escaped the world, though it appears it has escaped several Jamaicans by the way they talk, that our murder rate was 50 per 100,000. Today, our murder rate, based upon 2025 figures, would be 25 per 100,000. Cut in half. And if we continue on the trajectory that we are, we could see a murder rate of 15 per 100,000 by the end of the year. That's our target. That's what we're pushing for. Mind you, El Salvador has cut their murder rate from 60 per 100,000. They're somewhere like 3 per 100,000. We are pushing as well, and we can get there. Now, if you pair peace with infrastructure, you are on a sure path for growth. Granted, they are the pessimists. They are the people who don't believe, who see everything as, it will never happen. Thank God we have people who are positive thinkers, who believe in Jamaica, and who are happy to see the progress being made.
Who are happy, he said, to see the progress being made. Scarlett Esquire is Andrew Holness. Andrew Holness, because Queenie, that's her name, Scarlett Esquire. Queenie is a very proud thief. Queenie now have no problem in own up to her finger. Andrew Holness is a very proud thief as well. So that's why me give Andrew the name Scarlett Esquire. Anyway, globalists, that's where we end the program this morning. We will come back this evening I don't know yet because my sister them a Baba and Weave. If it's Friday evening, Atlanta cause the problem though. Me and Faith more kind of know that we're going to go is Lana, where she couldn't cancel whatever she have. But we'll see. We don't know if tomorrow we'll go Birmingham or is it Saturday. But we're going to have to go down there because things kind of turned for the worse with our uncle. So we would want to go and see him before the worst happens. Anyway, my peeps, thank you very much for being here this morning. Lovely to have your support as always. Please do join us back this evening for your People's Point of View program. Thank you very much for watching this morning. Please do join us this evening. Thank you and goodbye.
Too long in our little ghetto, run keep going on, less process. For children of Israel do really love rights. So just as I and I as a watchman, I run Babylonian walls. Oh, children of Israel, I should never hold thy peace. What wrong is going on? Day or night, we gotta bust down Babylon walls. Prepare the way, prepare the way for your people. Let's go. Fight down war and crime, fight down war and crime. Say Rastafari, war and crime, and do the righteousness. And we love Jah, and we love Jah, and we love Jah, Rastafari, save all people. And we love Jah, we love Jah, Rastafari, we love Jah, Rastafari, save all people. Put time away again. Listen, yeah. Just as I and I as a watchman, I run Babylonian walls. Oh, children of Israel, I and I should never hold thy peace while we penalize day or night. We gonna bust down Babylon gates. Prepare the way, prepare the way for Rastafari. Fight down war and crime, fight down war and crime. Rastafari, war and crime, and build up righteousness. And we love Jah, and we love Jah, and we love Jah, Rastafari, we love all, and we love Jah, me love Jah, me love Jah, Rastafari, preserve all, me love Jah, Rastafari. Yeah, the next song is going to be the last song for tonight, and then DJ Twink. Oh, thy peace, God of my salvation, because the mouth of the sinful and wicked is so dead. Rastafari. Come with us. Rastaman throw one stone, and it break a bad feeling to all wicked men. Not a people there. Make a man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Only when man like Marcus Garvey speak, wicked men would I hear. Hear now hear. Is that first of all, may God, what I seen to make him a throw and stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a block, make him a throw and stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. My favorite man, if Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see the day them can sell out Rasta and sell it out and sell out Babylon. They give man show and stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. They give man show and stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. If Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see the dead and can sell out Rasta and sell out, I sell out Babylon. Just stop on the Friday. You must show and stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a black thing, you must show and stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. You have eyes to see, let them see. You have ears to hear, let them hear. What a prophet must say. President Mandela was in prison for 20 odd years. And he leave from the prison and take the seat of the president. Stone one. Big him and show and stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what's a black big him and show and stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Rasta man show and stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men.
If you don't like missing out on the latest shows but still enjoy classic hits, then Global TV Group 358 is your perfect match. Global TV Group 358 isn't just another channel, it's your ultimate TV experience. From breaking news to binge-worthy dramas and timeless classics, we've got it all. Our unique blend of original content and global favorites means there's something for everyone. And guess what? With GTVG's seamless streaming, you can watch anywhere, anytime. Plus, our interactive features let you be part of the action. So, whether you're a seasoned binge watcher or a casual viewer, Global TV Group 358 is here to keep you entertained day and night. Don't just watch TV, experience it with Global TV Group 358. Subscribe now and never miss a moment.